Certainly has been tough going out there for the bowlers, going at 11.5 to the over so far this innings.
This is poor from Rahat Ali. He's getting his radar wrong here. The moment you pick up a wicket, you need to be tight, isn't it? You need to be tight. You need to build that pressure. You've got the big man out, the danger man out. Build that pressure.
So it's time to go down to Ayushi. She's going to be with Ricardo Powell.
It's day 6 of Legends Cricket Trophy, and here again we are witnessing an amazing match between strikers and Royal. Here I have been joined by Ricardo Powell, and you played an amazing innings of 25 runs and 15 balls. Was pitch and condition really in your favor?
Well, I mean, when I went in, Chadi was always batting well, and I just picked up where he was going, and yeah, the wicket was playing pretty good. It's a little bit slow, but I think you have time to get in, and the bowlers bowled a couple loose ones, so it was much easier for me to really get it and get started.
Early score has always been said to set a big score. We can see 121 already. What should be the target?
Well, I mean, we still have another, I think, 20-something balls to go. So if we can look at around the 180 mark, that will be good, because I think the wicket is still a good batting track. It's turning somewhat, but I think if batsmen get in, they can do some damage. So we're hoping to get within the 180 mark.
Are you missing Yuvraj today?
Yes, I mean, we're always missing Yuvraj. I think we have a pretty strong batting lineup, and it shows that based on what's happening right now. So I think they're just taking a little bit of rest. Hopefully they'll be back tomorrow, but we'll try and see what we can do today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to hear from Ayushi. And Ricardo Powell, some thoughts on the wicket. He thinks it's a good one, a little bit on the slow side, but saying that, Dionaran, he's at a 6 and a 4 back to back, so this is becoming a really good over. 14 off it already.
Good. No, that's another boundary. Beautifully done. Full toss. Very well placed by Dionaran. You said he was just a nudger, isn't it?
That's how he started. That's a good comeback. Full and straight, the Yorker. But Ali, he has been their go-to man under pressure. But this over, 3 wides, a wicket, 6 and a 4. It's all happening. MCG.
There you go. This is the beautifully done. Good Yorker. Good comeback delivery.
Last ball on the batting power play. Crisp hit, but no run. So a successful one for the strikers. 131 for 3.
They are looking awesome at the moment. 131 for 3 of 66 balls. Now they're going at almost 2 runs a ball, and they're left with what? They got 90 balls left, so which means they're left with 24 more balls. And what can they make out of it, Wilco? You think they can surpass what they did yesterday, that 180 plus score?
Well, it's odds on, isn't it? Very much Dan Christian can get going here. Low. The umpire hasn't seen or heard a thing. He's just said that's 2 gone for the over.
Like Dilshan's reaction here. Oh, it's very tough, isn't it? It's very, very tough. Swung away on the leg side. Good effort. Got a hand to it, but won't be able to cut it off. Oh, well done. Brilliant work in the deep. That's Devshish coming around. That is a great effort. Looked like 4 to me.
Goodness me, this is a good effort from the New Zealander, Anton Devsic. This is dragged down by Dilshan. Oh dear, this is close. I'd like to think, but for sheer effort, he's done well. I think he's all right. I think he's done well here.
I think it's a very tight one, but I think for the effort, that's a great effort, and it's millimeters there, just millimeters. I can't see those boundary boards shaking or anything like that. They're firm, so not sure he touched it. It's a great effort by Devshish. Those triangles are quite still.
Now the third umpire's got to make a call here because the game has got a time limit.
Great effort, really great effort, Anton Devshish. That is a brilliant effort. He ran around and just millimeters, I thought, but he just whipped the ball back. Runs behind point, might run away. I think it may just beat the fielder. It does. So he's got 6 of the first 3. Dan Christian starting to move.
You can't give Dan Christian width. He loves hitting square of the wicket. He's very strong upper body, strong arms. Javon Searles has had a bit of a day to forget, trying to make amends. That's 4 more. This is a very expensive over being delivered on a plate by Dilshan.
He's got 11 off 4, Dan Christian. In fact, 10 off 4, I beg your pardon. Partnership is 23 of 11. That's short. Hammered away. There's so much of power. And one thing is, this outfield, Wilco, gives you real value.
Yeah, in this continuous heat, day after day, the outfield is getting quicker.
Big one. That's huge. That is into the grass banks. 16 now of 5.
It's an over to forget for Dilshan. 2, 4, 4, now the 6. Big power from Christian. Dan Christian, of course, is captain today. Yuvraj is sitting this one out.
What a shot that was. There was so much of power. That's a wide. So he'll have to re-bowl that. Dilshan, 17 runs of 5. Partnership, 30 of 13.
Well bowled.
This time, they'll be happy with 1, but a big over. 18 runs, 149 for 3 of 72 balls or 12 overs. Starting to get those big buildings in at the right time. Over number 12 or those 6 balls up to the 72nd. They got a massive over in now. Indra Siri has just given. Oh, well done, well done. Very nearly chopping it onto his stumps. The 150 is up. 73 balls only. That's 12 overs and a ball.
On another day for the bowler, that's clattering into the stumps. Not today. But this big total now has been. The foundation was that extraordinary innings by Chadwick Walton. Got him off to a blistering start.
Well bowled.
Ryan. At the moment, he's just dealing in singles. He's letting Dan Christian on strike. Ryan 20 of 15. Dan Christian 19 of 8. Both batters have hit 2 4s and a 6. Indra Siri on his part has been good. 14 balls for just 11 runs. Just conceded 1 boundary, if my memory serves me right. Dan Christian on strike. Again, just looks to try and hit it away on the onside, but doesn't have the pace to do it. He finds the fielder. This man, Indra Siri, is a canny operator. I'll tell you, he carries loads and loads of experience. 500 plus first-class wickets. He's bowled tons of overs. When I first saw him, he had a bit more hair in front.
Well bowled.
But I suppose with all the bowling and being exposed to the sun, he's starting to thin.
Well, if you've taken over 500 wickets in first-class cricket, you are a very, very seasoned campaigner, and he knows what to do with the cricket ball. Over 500 wickets, first-class, outstanding career.
These guys, they go and play league cricket in England, so they do play cricket around the year. So they have a lot of experience. They're exposed to different conditions, different types of players.
Well bowled.
What a brilliant over this is. He's just conceded 5 singles. Considering where the New York strikers are, at the rate they're scoring, the domination, you find Indra Siri coming on and just bowled 5 good deliveries going for singles. Now he needs to finish it well. This is the 13th over, and Ryan will be the batter on strike. He can't get it away. It's just a single. This is a brilliant spell. He's bowled 18 deliveries for 15 runs, 155 for 3. Just look at those economies, everyone in double figures. But Indra Siri has just given away, gone at 5 runs and over, which speaks volumes of what he's done today. 18 balls, 6 dots and 15 runs. That is brilliant, and he's got a wicket. Cummins starts off with a single. I think they'll be happy with 1 because it's Christian. He's the one that he needs, that needs to be having the strike for the New York strikers, because he's the one that's moving quickly.
Two fielders on the leg side boundary, long on and deep backward square. Well bowled. That has just held its line a little from Miguel Cummins.
Somehow get the feeling that that's a good delivery, let's come to that. And then just look at Cummings walking back. That was close to the off stump. I think Cummings is not 100%. He's limping a little bit. Miguel Cummings. Taken at extra cover or taken at wide bit off. Dilshan is the catcher. Dan Christian, the danger man. Come in strike.
Well, this was there to hit for Dan Christian. Nowhere near where it should have gone, and he knows it. So Dan Christian, the captain for the New York Strikers, promised, delivered for a short time. 21, 156 for 4.
Tillakaratne is the new batter now. He's got 9 deliveries, 9 legitimate deliveries left in the innings. That's his record. His strike rate under 120, but he is a quick scorer. That strike rate may not suggest that, but we've seen him bat brilliantly for Sri Lanka. He's got 11 half centuries in his career. That's his style of play. He just keeps working the ball into gaps. Strong wrists. Gets off the mark with a single.
Dan Christian tried to hit this on the top of the bounce. It wasn't quite a half volley, but he lost his shape. Found Dilshan instead.
Now Yuvraj, he needs to move on here. He needs to now start to be looking for boundaries. At the moment, just 2 4s and 1 6. 23 of 18. Down the ground, powerfully hit. That's Cameron White. It's only a single. This innings have seen 18 4s and 7 6s and 28 dots. The last 12 balls haven't seen a boundary here, Wilco. So they need a little bit more in terms of boundaries. Little chip into the gap at mid-wicket.
Keeper! No.
They'll be happy with one. Now they've got 11 runs of the last 11 balls. 159 for 4. .159 for 4. Now Rahat Ali is the one who's been nominated to bowl the 4th over. Now take a look at these building blocks. Those last 2 overs, I said 11 of 11. Actually, I'm corrected. 13 balls for 11 runs. So that's how good Punjab Royal has been in those last 2 overs. They managed to pull it back a bit. Now can this man, who had a brilliant first game, the last game that is, he's gone for 43 here, give a very good account of himself with his over. He's got 6 balls. Gunaratne on strike. Over the bowler. They may run away. It's done well in the deep. It's really done well. It's good work. Searles is the fielder.
Yeah, I think Javon Searles is feeling like a man possessed because he got the team off to such a poor start. I think he might have hurt himself here. He was so expensive with his first 2 overs. He feels he probably owes the team some runs. This is a great effort. He has saved the boundary.
Now the current rate, the projected score is 170. Short ball. Swung away for 4. They needed a few like this. Gunaratne has provided it of the second ball of the last over.
It's a boundary they needed. First boundary in 15 deliveries. I'm not so sure that Rahat Ali needs to be bowling it there. He's now gone for 49. He's into his 4th over. So the field is set for that short delivery because there's 4 fielders on the leg side fence. No one saving a single. I'd rather be saying to Rahat Ali, pitch it up full as you can and I'll give you a long off and a long on.
What Dilshan and Rahat Ali's done is they brought in the square leg and pushed point back, so the plan would be to bowl straighter. So he's got a point, there's a deep extra cover, long off goes out, and now fine leg comes into the circle. And he's also got a short third, so now the line of attack will have to be on the off stump or outside. Be mindful of the third now. He's going wide and full, and that was in fact too wide. It's called a wide by umpire Bhuteja. Now it's just contrasting, isn't it, the way Rahat Ali bowled in the last game. He was extremely good, 2 for 23 I think in the last game, 2 for 21 of 24 balls, but here he's bowled 20 deliveries and gone for 50 runs and taken 2 wickets.
Yeah, you know, it happens, but I thought that was quite a bit severe too, that last shout for a wide.
Down the ground, has it cleared? I think it has. Great work by Asel Gunaratne. Good effort in the deep. But the York strikers are getting what they want from Gunaratne.
Well, this is some shot. This is because it's like a short arm jab.
Two is the call. 2 is the call, and they'll get 2. A remarkable performance here. I mean, he's from a mountainous experience where he was the most economical in the tournament. He's now gone to the valley. He's in a matter of 2 games, from a high he's hit a low. He's now become the most expensive bowler of the tournament, Rahat Ali. 2 contrasting outings. Still 2 balls to be bowled. That's a better delivery, only a single.
Yeah, Rahat Ali's gone for 59 in 3.5, so his day is markedly different from his first outing. 2 for 21 in his 4 overs. It's 24 balls, and this is looking a very daunting total already. 175 for 4 with 1 ball to go.
89 balls, 175 for 4. Current run rate 11.8. Dilshan on strike. Last ball of the innings. Done him, bowled him. He salvaged something, but I wonder whether that is good enough. 3 for 59 of 24 balls, that's pretty expensive. But New York strikers, another fantastic batting effort.
Well, it's just a swing and a miss here from Dilshan. 175 for 5 in the 15 overs. Big total.
So 24 of 20 nursing. Dilshan is out. Strike rate is 120. A very good 175 for 5 of 90 balls. New York strikers. This is match number 8 in the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. Another sparkling batting effort. Right, time now to join Shefali, and let's see whom she has.
Shadvik, we saw so many boundaries coming out from your bat. 73 of 33 balls and 8 4 6 sixes. Tell me, What did you eat in breakfast and lunch today?
I think last night I got a proper rest, but it was much better batting wicket today, and just hopefully that the guys can now come and finish off the game.
All right, 175 on the board, looks positive and looks good. What is your strategy to defend the score?
The strategy would probably pick up some wickets with the new ball. If that doesn't happen, we'll try to restrict them for as low as total as possible.
All right, I wish you all the best, but tell me, you are from Jamaica. I know you love parties. Are you partying around here in Kandy? Are you enjoying Kandy?
Well, actually, I've been sleeping a lot. I'm still jet lagged, so I'm just in my room sleeping, trying to recover.
All right, I wish you all the very best for the second innings and recover fast. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That was Chadwick. Back to the comms now.
So that's his secret. He's not partying, he's resting. So 175 for 5 is what New York Strikers got. It's a very, very good batting performance by the New York Strikers.
Chadwick Walton, 73 from 33. It was a blitzkrieg from him. Tillakaratne went early in the proceedings. Dilshan with his 24, Ricardo Powell 25, and a 21 from Daniel Christian, I should say, and then Tillakaratne with 17. So everyone got in and got some runs apart from Tillakaratne, but he got all his runs yesterday.
175 for 5 of 90 balls, 14 extras in that innings. Tillakaratne got out early, as you said, an opening stand of 23, but then take a look at the next three. 56, 39 and 38 in quick time, and the Dilshan and Tillakaratne getting those 19 runs of just 10 deliveries. 175 for 5.
Yeah, the big surprise there, the number of runs conceded by Rahat Ali, 59 in his 4 overs. He did pick up 3 wickets, but he was expensive. Indra Siri bowled well, conceding just 18 from his 3 overs and a wicket apiece for Indra Siri and Cummins. So 175 for 5. The target is 176. 176 the target. That's what Punjab Royal need to chase. It's going to take some job to chase this down. 176 the target.
Two unbeaten sides playing against each other here today. The New York Strikers taking on the Punjab Royal. Match number 8 of the Legends Cricket Trophy for 2024, and it was the New York Strikers that were
won the toss and decided that they would have a bat first on what looked like very good batting conditions, and they certainly were. Chadwick Walton played absolutely brilliantly. He might have lost Lahiru Tirumana early after the heroics that Tirumana showed just the other day in getting 90, but Powell and Walton were unbelievable.
Their partnership was outstanding. 59 really quickly, a bit of swing early on, but it was really batting friendly, and they exploited those conditions perfectly. Powell really carved it up, and a wonderful little cameo he had, 25 or 15, but Walton just kept going on his merry way throughout the innings, and that was the end of Powell. Stumped Oja, bowled into Siri. He's been really one of their better spinners on display in this tournament so far, but that was the half century for Walton, showing us his massive biceps, how far he hits it.
Come on!
But this was a really interesting moment in the game. Mustard backpedaling, and he was really close to that boundary rope, but adjudged to have taken a clean catch, and that was the end of Walton. Played a superb innings. They had a little lull in that middle period, just past the halfway mark, and then Dan Christian started opening up. He played a lovely little cameo, but dismissed for 21 of 12 deliveries. And unfortunately, Rahat, who's been one of their best bowlers, he went a long way in this innings. He got 3 wickets in the end. Dionaran swinging and missing, and that was his 3rd wicket. 4 overs, 3 for 59.
An imposing first innings total here by the New York Strikers. 175 for 5. Walton was certainly the pick of them. 73 of just 33 deliveries, and I thought everyone else contributed nicely, all better than a runner ball. Powell, Dionaran and Dan Christian, and then Gunaratne right at the back end came in. He only faced 7 balls, but that 17 elevated them to this very imposing total.
Walton batted with 3 of the batters, but they were all successful. Got off to a really bright start with a loss to Tirumana. He was being positive at least, and his strike rate was still very good. 56 of 32 with Powell. Dionaran a little bit slower, but then Dionaran and Christian, 38 of 23, took them to the back end of the innings. Gunaratne, a lovely little cameo at the end. Partnership of 19 of 10 to finish. So a couple of ill-disciplined areas from the bowlers. 14 wides from them, not their best day at the office. Searles 17, over 17 to the over 3 with 59 for Rahat. Indra Siri, brilliant from him. Under a runner ball in these conditions, that was outstanding work.
Well, they've got a powerhouse batting side, the Punjab Royal, but they're going to need them all to fire here today, because this is a big one that they've got to chase down. Tillakaratne Dilshan and Naman Oja from India will have first hit against the new one. They got Dwayne Smith from the West Indies, who played very well in his half century the other day. Phil Mustard from England, from Durham, the north of England. Neil Broom comes into the side, but Tillakaratne Dilshan occupies the position he has so often, not only in franchise cricket but for his country, and a very, very impressive record.
Naman Oja, his opening partner, 1550s in his T20 career. Strike rate just under 120, was keeping behind the stump, so he'll be pretty aware of how the wicket is playing. It's played really well. A little bit of turn on occasion as we've seen earlier on, but this new ball is a wonderful opportunity for the batting side to pick up boundaries.
Tomika Prasad into the side for his for this game. And there's a little bit of swing for him. Now this is where I think New York might be tested. No Udana, who's been absolutely brilliant in the opening 2 games, the big tall left armour from Sri Lanka. Prasad comes into the side. He has played 1 T20 international, doesn't have a wicket next to his name, but he does have 75 wickets in 25 test matches. There's a slip in place. Now that's not the first time that we've seen the ball die in this pitch. You've got a lot to answer for, John Kent. You said that this was a batting paradise.
He was a bit of a loosener. I think he's still loosening up as Prasad, but he's just wobbling it around a touch there. But maybe the keeper should come up a touch. He's expecting a lot here from this veteran fast bowler. But a swing and a miss. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, you're putting me under pressure here, boy.
Well, that stroke would say that you're right. They're away.
This just seemed to be played in slow motion. The bat just came through. Beautiful straight hit, nice seam position, you got to say, but just flat batted from a standing position. He didn't run at the bowler at all. He held his position, and that is the best place in cricket to hit the ball. Straight back over the bowler's head.
Cricket shots are looking more like golf swings. That'll be 4. Strays down the leg side.
They tried to start at leg stump and swing it away, and that just didn't come back. Just into those pads. Oja, as pretty much every Indian player that's ever existed, thrives in that region. Leg in the ring, so his margin for error very small, and slip comes out to mid-wicket now.
Now why is that? Why when you start the ball on off stump it swings, but if you start the ball on leg stump it doesn't swing?
Looking for the glory ball. We've seen many bowlers try the perfect outswinger, pitch leg hit off and hits the mid-wicket fence.
Squeezed out.
A lot of these bowlers have got these intricacies. No matter who's played with them, you've played with them, I've played with them, and funny how the same things always crop up. They go for the Yorkers, they go for glory balls, and I sometimes say, why don't you just keep it simple? Try and get it through to the keeper. Keep it simple. See what you can do. There's some of the batting powerhouses sitting in the dugout. Cameron White on the right of screen. And full mustard on the left of screen. Wonderful catch from him earlier on.
Goes again. That's just over pitched really. It's easy pickings here for Oja. He's got them off to the perfect start. 12 without loss after the first 6 deliveries. Smith from the West Indies, Anton Devcich from New Zealand, there's Cameron White from Australia, Phil Mustard of England. Now here's a fella that I actually played with, Jerome Taylor, came across to England and played some county cricket for Leicester. Lovely man, and on his day he can actually get it through, and he's nippy because he's not a big tall man, tries to swing it out. Let's see how JT goes here. Oh, there's the outswing.
Oh, that's beautiful to watch. Have a look at that run up, smooth as silk. And then he gets through the creases. Well, look at that, action hasn't changed a bit. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Swing. It's like he hasn't left ever. He's back.
He came across to Leicester and he built up a friendship with the ex-South African fast bowler Garnet Kruger. They were joined at the hip. Oh, this will be tight. This will be tight. Not even tight. That will be the one gone. That was a suicidal run. All Taylor had to do was hit, and he did.
Goodness me, we talk about athleticism in the first delivery. Second delivery, follows through, picks up that ball and throws the stumps down. Brilliant. Dilshan dropping it. Telling him it doesn't matter how quick OJ is, he was never going to get there for that. Look at that, straight to him. Good night. Sold down the river there. Oja, he's got to go for 12. 12 for 1.
Now this man played well the other day, half century, clean striker of the ball, successful career for the West Indies as well as the Mumbai Indians. Strike rate of 127. That's not bad at the top of the order, 127. Later on you start to see in the middle order get a 135, 140, but they don't have quite the same amount of runs. But all Jerome Taylor had to do was hit here, because this was never a single. Namanoja knew that. Taylor didn't miss.
A number of West Indian battles, bat versus ball, in these games that we've seen in the past few days, and here's another one. Should be an intriguing battle. You mentioned Smith playing by Indians and over the years for the West Indies, and he really was a powerhouse at the top of the order on those grounds in India, where he smashes it many a mile, and when he wants to hit it, tell you what, there's no holding back, that's for sure.
That'll be 4. Fine leg up in the circle.
He's off with a gallop. Lovely shot around the corner. Not trying to hit it too hard to start with, but talked about bowling those outswingers, starting at a leg stump and trying to hit off stump, and once again picked off behind square on the onside. Needed that boundary, just standing to keep up with the rate. It's 12-2 the over needed.
You talk about an experienced campaigner, Dwayne Smith. I was just doing some counting off air here to see how many teams he's played for over the course of his career, and he's touched the number 20. And then I thought, well, is that the most? So I did some more investigating, and I found one, Imran Tahir. How many teams has he played for? 58. You heard it first, and you heard it correctly. 58.
He still kisses the badge just for a short time.
Bit of bat sliding down. No bat, but sliding down. End of 12, 17 for 1. Lovely evening here in Palakele, as has been all the evenings that the games have been going on. Yes, maybe a little bit hot, but that's just for the players, not for us here in the commentary box, where it's lovely and cool. Prasad will continue. he will be the only one that appeals, as that too is sliding down.
He's missed a few, angling into those pads, and just needs to get a little bit of bat on those, and that's likely to be a boundary. There's only one fielder out on the onside, and it's deep square leg. It looks like a better judge single this occasion. Dilshan, he's still on naught.
He's 0 for 1. The required rate's over 12 already. Work to be done. Work to be done. Too much for Jerome Taylor. This outfield is so quick.
Wondering if he's going to whip out the scoop, but they've got fine leg back, probably just for that very reason. This time. Whipped it though. That's some wrist work of note.
You're right. I mean, that's off around off stump, and he's got that behind square on the leg side. I think a lot of the fielders on the boundary have been fooled by the pace of the outfield. Bowled. Nicely bowled.
Dilshan just manoeuvring his way around the crease. That delivery. They've got a ring of fielders on the onside and a regulation fine leg and third man. He fancies walking across and whipping him over the onside right of screen. The three fielders right, and their backs against the ring there, and as one falls back now, third man up, so they want to protect that leg side boundary.
And that'll be a wide. That is a long wide. So we're talking about teams played for, and we came up with the 58 of Imran Tahir. Dan Christian, not as many, around about 20. However, the success that he has had is unbelievable. He's won over 7 tournaments with 7 different teams. Played in 11 finals. So if you want to win, get Dan Christian on your list. This will take some catching. This would take some catching. Oh, down it goes. Down it goes. And what makes matters worse is it's gone for 4.
De Grandholm, I thought he had that covered. He made the distance. He got there. He got underneath it. Hard bowled, not so handsome. Got there. He was right underneath it, straight through the hands, and I hit a boot and went for 4. Hit the midriff and went for 4.
He was confident underneath that. He really was. And that will be 4. That is the middle of the bat.
He's taking a bit of time getting himself off the mark. Now he's at 3 boundaries in 1 over. He's looking high, but he's hit it flatter. He looked quite high. He's looking up in the air. He thought he hit it for 6, but it's just the 4.
Right, Prasad's gone for a few this over. He went for a 4 off his second delivery, and then that wide down the leg side. Now back-to-back boundaries. This is the final delivery of his over. And that's flipped away, and that too. Oh, he's done well. That was a boundary for all money. So 18 balls gone, 32 for 1. strikers 45 for 1 at the same stage. So Punjab a little bit behind here. But I tell you what, while Dilshan's at the crease, they won't panic at all. And he's just starting to find the middle of the bat. Taylor got some swing early on. Not quite where he wanted it, but I tell you what, that is a scoring zone of Tillakaratne Dilshan's.
Yeah, he's a difficult customer to bowl at, isn't he? He's got so much variety. Well, he knows it's going to go leg side somewhere, but such is the sweep and arc of his bat swing. He's got a chance of, well, he's got a large segment of the ground there, could have gone anywhere. Jerome Taylor. Don't have to scratch his head a bit here, but Dilshan has toyed with some of the greatest bowlers in the world in his prime, because he's quite an unorthodox player.
Nice adjustment there from Dilshan. Always looking for the most he can get off a single delivery. He was looking boundary, and a ball did not present itself in the area that he wanted. So he just knocked it down, easy single. Hence the reason he's a legend. Field changes now for Smith, deep third, and a deep square leg for Dilshan. There was 2 away on the leg side outside the 30-yard circle.
What an outstanding delivery this is. I think that's probably the ball of the match so far, because this is quite pacey. Good seam, and it's just darted away.
Now, when you and I played, Wilco, we would have just shouldered arms to that, nodded our head, well bowled. It was an almighty swing.
Some good variety here from Taylor. The one that went away, that deviated right to left, away from the right-handed bat of Smith, and then the one that darts back. And what that does to a batter like Dwayne Smith, or any batsman, is that it just induces a little doubt, because you know that the ball is darting around in both directions.
Slow ball bouncer. Now that must have been tight. That must have been tight on the old wide there, because it was drifting down the leg side. Tell you something about Jerome Taylor. Now you've enjoyed the skill that he has on. You've enjoyed the outswing, the inswing. You've enjoyed the slow ball bumper. He has a Test match 100 to his name. 106 versus New Zealand in Dunedin. Jerome Taylor. Oh, wow.
Oh. I'm not sure you need to say anything. That has just been rifled through mid-wicket for 6. It's worth a 10, that. 44 for 1. The power play's done. .44 from the power play, 44 for 1. The blitzkrieg that we saw from the strikers saw them at this stage, after 4 overs, 64 for 1. So there's a 20-run difference But Dilshan is doing well here. Now, for the first time in the tournament, in this Legends Cricket Trophy, we're seeing the tall left-arm spinner Suleiman Ben. Big, tall Suleiman Ben. Probably the tallest spinner I think I've seen for a... Well, I'm not sure. I don't think of a taller one. But you see, he's got that great height advantage. 6'7" he is.
And also those long limbs helps him with that delivery, because he appears to be that much closer to the batter as he releases it. Now this might be taken. I think there is a field underneath it. Yes, he takes it. Kapugedara. He made it look very simple. This was tossed up. And well, Smith, he struggled 6 of 8.
So the Battle of Barbados between Suleiman Ben and Dwayne Smith has been won by the bowler. And he knew it straight away, Smith. All that Kapugedara had to do was steady himself. Good reverse cup catch. Bottom of the bat for Dwayne Smith. And no more from him. Smith's gone for 6 from 9, 44 for 2. New batsman is the New Zealander, the left-hander, the hard hitter Anton Devcic, who's always sported a luxuriant beard. A pretty decent cricketer over the years, Devcic, for New Zealand, for the Black Caps. 44 for 2 now. Punjab Royal, so they've got a lot of work to do here. The required run rate is heading towards 12.5 and over. That bat has seen some duty, isn't it? Patched up with some tape. And that'll be 4 to start for the New Zealander.
Quite a friendly delivery for Devcic. Just lovely back foot punch. Suleiman Ben dropping it short. Just look at him, just going deep in the crease and hit it with a lot of power. Make him feel good. So he made 9 not out in the last game, but hasn't really had a long time spent in the middle. So these could be critical going forward for the Punjab Royal.
This is well bowled by Suleiman Ben. Dwayne Smith knew he hadn't connected well. Nice catch. That's the 50 up for the Punjab Royal. At this stage, the New York Strikers were 67 for 1.
This was the time New York Strikers were going like an express train. They were just taking every bowler apart, just hitting them to all parts of the ground. Upul Indra, of course, came in and steadied it a little bit for the Punjab Royal.
End of 5 overs, 30 balls, 51 for 2.
Only 5? Come here. No, we need one there or Benny. No, you stay behind that point until now. Huh?
Dilshan holding things together here for Punjab Royal. He is the captain. Amanoja run out. Don Smith has just gone for 6. Devsic has just come in. Colin de Grandhomme is the new bowler. Medium pace, can bowl a heavy ball, swings it when he wants to.
That time it looked an off break to me. But yeah, he would run in and bowl. When he played for New Zealand, did bowl in the late 120s to about a 130. Colin de Grandhomme.
What bowlers have worked out is that the variety of slower deliveries they can add to their repertoire, it gives them more options, and especially at, in the status of legends, you can bowl some slower balls, you're going to get more slower balls. You will get your Tino Bests and Fidel Edwards who bowl quick. Still, they're menacingly quick. But someone like de Grandhomme will want to use his slower balls. Slower ball, punished hard, 6.
See, I always believe that as a legend, I think a batter who's in the game, who's a little bit current, can be a tough proposition. That is a slower delivery, as friendly full toss. Dilshan still playing. I do believe he plays club cricket in Australia. He plays Legends cricket. Now could be trouble here. Could be trouble here. Dilshan's gone. There was a definite confusion, and that was a really poor communication. This is a massive wicket. The captain, Tillakaratne Dilshan, run out by a fair distance.
He's batting by himself.
It's the last thing that the Punjab Royal needed. Well, the batter has walked off. Dilshan is back walking up the stand. Why would you need to see that again? This is where cricket just misses a beat, in my opinion. He was 3 feet short. Don't need to see that. Dilshan's off the field and you waste time. But anyway, Dilshan has gone. He's run out. And that means Punjab Royal are in trouble here. 58 for 3. New man is Cameron White from Australia. So we've got an Aussie and a Kiwi to try and do battle here against the New York Strikers. I don't know how, but he's got away with that. It's gone straight through de Grandhomme's fingers.
He's just taking so much of pace off the ball. Now you could see that Devsic was waiting for it, and he was quick with the shot. He was through with it. The ball hardly arrived. So you're talking about the variety, the skill. So it's about taking pace off.
Six overs gone, 59 for 3. 60 for 3.
Nah. No, you go ahead, man. All right, I'll do that one. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. You are? Yeah. Right arm over.
The lights are on, and the most beautiful setting here, the Palakeli International Cricket Stadium. But I'm afraid that Dilshan has just been run out in a mix-up. The skipper went for 31. We're going to see Asela Gunaratne to bowl. Of a mixture of everything. I think we'll see from Gunaratne some seams, a little bit of spin, some cutters. Cameron White's just come in, and the problem now is for Punjab Royal is that now that Dilshan's gone, there's 2 new batters, a restart, reboot, and that run rate is heading towards 13.5. It's gone straight up. Should be gone. Steady yourself. Take the catch. And that is the end of. Narayan is the catcher. And Cameron White's, his stay was a short one. Poor shot, this.
Yeah, now this is what Asela Gunaratne could do. I mean, I think you assessed him perfectly, where he would bowl a mixed bag. Good catch by Dion Ryan. He would bowl a leg break, a cutter, seamer. That time it was the wrist spin. Cameron White couldn't read it. Good catch taken. Out for one. 60 for 4. Punjab Royal.
Nice, you hung up that one, boy. You're making love to that ball there. Nice. Hung up that one, boy. Make some love with it. It's a little bit slow. Yeah, but I mean,
New man in is Neil Broom from New Zealand. 160 T20 matches, 3,600 runs, strike rate of 122. He's got a century on that card as well. So we've got 2 Kiwis batting. Cameron White.
Come.
This has come out almost like a leg break, but there's nothing in it. Cameron White, his eyes lit up, and he thought he hit it over long off, and he found Dion Narayan at cover, so not the best way to go, and his stay was very short. 61 for 4. They're struggling. Punjab Royal. Oh, hello. It spun.
See, this is the danger if you let bowlers like Asela Gunaratne just bowl at you. You need to go on and look to attack him, try and let him bowl defensively rather than look to go with his tricks. When he's on song, this is what he would do. Oh, that's a good shot. That's 4. That's Devsich. But what he would do is he would look for his leg breaks, the cutters, but as soon as he's been pushed into a defensive role, he'll start bowling seam. He wouldn't come up with his variety. So at the moment, he's bowled 5 deliveries, conceded 5 runs and got a wicket. So Devsich finding the gap at mid-wicket, that's a good blow.
Yeah? Like that.
Bowled him straight through with the one that turns and straightens a little bit. And the wickets are tumbling here. Devsich looking to swing it around leg side, pays the price.
Well, that was, I think, the off break. He was looking to try and cut the ball, roll his fingers around it. Didn't spin, but didn't come on as well. Devsich goes. 12 of 9. Now Punjab Royal of 42 balls are now 65 for 5.
DP! All good? All good. All good, youngster. Yeah, good coming around. The pitch is 30. Thank you. I'll be back.
Phil Mustard, the new man in, and 5 down now, Punjab Royal. Suleiman Ben. Well, Neil Broom is the New Zealander, but the required rate now over 14 and over. Too many wickets have gone down. Here's Phil Mustard, good strike rate, heading towards 4,500 runs in his T20 career. Hasn't got 100 on there, but 22 50s Of course, this is 15 overs per innings, not 20. That's where the players have to recalibrate and make adjustments. This is the end of the
See, just looking at the game,
walking with a
thought
special brand of
before the
broom,
game started
boys.
that these two teams look the best teams in the tournament. You expected a tighter game. And now, sadly, this effort, I don't want to talk too soon, but it appears to be a foregone conclusion. It appears to be a little bit one-sided.
All right.
Much against the expectations when the game started. Goal. See, this is what I mean about Sulman Ben. His limbs, long hands, and he can push it through. And the arm speed would get that ball quickly. And the length he bowls, he's not somebody who looks to flight the ball, but he tends to bowl it a little bit briskly.
Oh, yes.
Maybe having said that, that last ball he looked to loop it, but with that height, Wilco, how does he do that? Because with that, he'll have to be really looping it at 6-7.
Yeah, well, he gets good revs. You know, he does turn it over the years that we've been watching him. He gets good revs on the ball. So clearly his advantage is that he's so tall. Such an advantage to come down from that height.
I like the pace he's bowling. Not easy to get after him. He's now bowled what? 11 balls for 8.
Nicely picked up.
A lot of sweepers out here, Ben. A lot of sweepers out here, Ben.
67 for 5. 8 overs have gone. 48 of the 90 have been used up. 42 left. And it's going to be a timeout.
Well, the New York Strikers are dominating proceedings. A couple of boundaries early on for Namanoja. One over the bowler's head. One down to fine leg, and then the suicidal single from Tillakaratne Dilshan. Direct hit from Jerome Taylor, and that was the end of Namanoja. There was a lot that was expected of Dwayne Smith, and along with Dilshan, they started to build a partnership. Dilshan was brutal on anything short. He is very inventive, the Sri Lankan all-rounder. Dwayne Smith undone by his countryman, Ben.
And then Tevsic got off to a good start, and Dilshan kept going, but just couldn't out, and that was another suicidal run out. That's been the downfall for him. And then this one, Cameron White gone, and the New York Strikers have really pulled this thing through. And dev switch, he's bowled now by Tillakaratne. And it's going to be a tough call because they need another 109 from 42 and they're 67-5.
Play. Start. Play.
Now this fella's been superb again. 2 for 5. Broom and Mustard at the wicket together. Broom, the right-hander from New Zealand, Mustard, the left-hander from England. You would think that this is their sort of last hurrah here. Don't have a huge amount of batting to come. Radali, Miguel Cummins, Javon Searles, Upal Indrasiri. That'll take some catching. Oh, they've been good in the field as well. They really have. They've been good with bat, they've been good with ball, they've been exceptional in the field. Colin de Grandon.
Well, if you really look at it, HD, that I think New York Strikers look the most strongest side of the entire tournament. If you look at the depth they have, once again, look at the bit of fielding. Again, another back of the hand delivery. It was well placed at one time. Broom might have felt that he got it into the boundary, but that's a good effort, very good effort. He's a big lad and did very well to get down. Yeah.
You talk about the depth of the strikers, the fielding side, New York Strikers. 5 changes to their team. They go 2 from 2, make 5 changes, and they're on the brink of going 3 from 3. So the squad depth, immense. And in this competition, you feel as though it is the team with the depth in squad that is going to go the furthest, because games come thick and fast. Teams have sometimes got 3 games in 3 days. And that's the reason why we're seeing some of the players rested. Tonight, Yuvraj Singh not playing.
How costly is those 2 run-outs for the Royal team when you're chasing a big total?
That's firmly struck by the Colonel. Mustard with a boundary to end the 54th delivery. 75 for 5. Well, that tells the story. They've lost plenty of wickets and they're well below the required rate. That required rate now is nearly, well, it's touching 17 to the over. Now Dan Christian has been brought on to have a little bowl. A little grunt there from Broom. The understanding that he had to create all that power because you couldn't time the ball, there was no pace on it.
That's what Christian will do, isn't it? He'll take pace off the ball, he'll mix things up, and it'll be very difficult for batters to get him away, especially on these surfaces. Now this is the depth that strikers have in their bowling. They're using their 6th bowler.
Toe in. Just a reminder that one bowler is allowed to bowl 24 balls, which is the equivalent of 4 overs. Whether they choose to use that option or not remains to be seen. He split the 2 in half.
Very well placed. Much welcome boundary for the Punjab Royal team. Broom getting into the act on that occasion again. Fingers rolled over. But he waited on that Broom and got it away for a boundary.
Yes, come back.
Might get two here.
Up.
Oh, that's good running.
Handbrake up, handbrake up.
Well, actually, it will be very important on how the Royal team ends up, isn't it? The maximum runs they can get, because each team plays one each other. So these net run rates, a little bit of calculations might come in handy, because there's only 2 teams that qualify for the final.
Just reminds me so much of Michael Di Venuto, the Australian Neil Broom. Just the facial features. Although Di Venuto's a left-hander. Nicely bowled. So a single will end the 10th over. 60 balls have been bowled. 84 for 5. So next up here at the Pallakeli International Cricket Stadium, the Rajasthan Kings taking on the winless Colombo Lions. Opportunity in the deep. Out.
Nothing's going Punjab Royal's way at the moment. Another wicket falls. Suleiman Ben trying to clear that, but only finds Siriman in the deep. Safe as house, as they call it. And that's the end of Neil Broom. He goes for 12. It's 84 for 6.
Bobby, stand up for the feet.
Javon Searles, the new man from the Caribbean. Now we're into the bowlers with a run rate required of 20.
Sorry, left arm round.
It's his first game, Suleiman Ben, and he's already in the wickets.
There you go again. Broom trying to get underneath that one. Not really getting in enough on the bat. There you go. This time it's Johan Sales. He comes into the party. They need a lot more of those. They definitely need a lot more of those.
Well, that's handy. Walk to the wicket, have a little sighter, and then hit one out the ground. Oh, the stroke was an afterthought.
Maybe he was wondering whether to leave it or play it. Then the last minute, getting his bat down. But they need to clear the boundary. They need to have a big overs But at the moment, this is possibly, oh, he was in two minds.
Well, I think what they need to give some thought to is taking this batting power play. So the batting side can take a power play of 6 deliveries after the 10th over, so that's after 60 balls, where there will be some fielding restrictions imposed on the fielding side. 3 men will be allowed outside that 30-yard circle, and they better take it while they still have batters. It's hit very hard. Wow, he's hit that well. Where's this man been?
There you go. A little bit of width given, and he just smacks that through the cover region. It's not easy to play those strokes, but let's just smack through extra cover. Kapagedara just couldn't get that. It's the end of the over. It's 96 for 6.
They've got to get a move on, Punjab.
This one.
Into the attack. He's bowled 12 balls, gone for just 13 runs. He's been successful twice. But there is boundaries that are required, and still Punjab do not take the batting power play.
Surprising when you got your 2 batters in. Best is to go for it.
No.
And Sales, he struck a few lusty blows.
Sailor.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to win it. That's not going to win it. The required rate now 22 every 6 balls and over.
They needed 20 from each over when this over started.
Mustard finds some vacant land out towards mid-wicket. And Jerome Taylor's knees just didn't quite help there as that ran away for 4.
Well, be glad. He took a little time to get down on that. And it's a welcome boundary for Mustard and the Punjab Royal. There you go.
There's the wicket. There's the wicket. He's such a crafty campaigner, this man, Gunaratne. And he's now got a 3rd. And it's Phil the Colonel Mustard.
There you go. It's very slow through there. And I think Mustard was into the shot much too early than he expected. He departs at 14. It's 102 for 7.
Upal Indrasiri, better known for his bowling, and the strike rate tells you that. T20 career strike rate of under 70, and they've got a score at 23 runs to the over. So he's going to have to play in innings that he's never played before. Right here, right now. Here's the wicket of Mustard.
Yeah, he was looking to clear mid-wicket, but again, very slow through the air. He was into the shot far too early.
Oh, what a delivery that is. The bounce and the turn, how he doesn't have another wicket, you'll never know.
Where did that come from?
Brilliantly bowled, 72 balls bowled, 102 for 7.
It's time out in the centre for the batting power play. The problem is the partnership is 0 off 1, so this batting pair have just got together. Searle's 12 off 6, he's hit some nasty blows. But who have they turned to bowl in this batting power play? Damika Prasad. He'll be bowling his third set of 6, none for 27 so far. Required rate just under 25 to the over. So the whole of the offside field is up in the ring, as well as the short fine leg. 3 fielders allowed out.
I think the Punjab Royal has got it all wrong. Just calling for the batting power play at a time when they're 7 down. And we do know that Tupulindra Siri doesn't really have too much of credentials as a batter. He's more left-arm spinner. So it also tells you that they don't have much left in the tank. So why weren't they not looking to try and break free and get that momentum up a little bit when there were more recognized batters at the crease? Because they had the option of taking it immediately in the 11th over.
Well, they've just lost those wickets all too regularly. The second wicket for 44, third for 58. The fourth and fifth at 60 and 65. So they really, middle order, just kept losing wickets every step along the way. So they've never really been able to build up any momentum in this batting innings. And chasing a big score, you need to get off to a bright start. And then the second criteria is having wickets in hand. And they just haven't had it.
See, also, I'm not sure whether they contributed to their cause, especially with those 2 run-outs. Both openers run out, Oja and then Dilshan running himself out. Dilshan in particular looked good. Oja looked very good in the first over, getting 12 off 6.
Time to go down to here a little bit from Monty Panesar.
Thank you, Cons. Well, I have Monty Panesar with me from Punjab Royal. Monty, your team looks in a difficult situation right now. Looking at the target, lost early couple of wickets. And what do you have to say about the situation right now? Because we couldn't see any big partnership as well. Because partnership wins matches.
Yeah, look, I think, you know, the New York Strikers, they were absolutely brilliant. You know, they kind of like put so much pressure on us. They got 20 runs above par, and then we kept on going hard. And obviously, you know, kept on losing wickets at a constant, you know, rate. So we've been behind the pressure. You know, this game has obviously been difficult for us. So hopefully, you know, we can get something out of it, get these batters who are left, try and bat out until the 90 balls, and then look forward to the game tomorrow.
Yes, talking about the 90 balls format, I've seen you playing a lot of these Legends Leagues nowadays. Tell me, how do you evolve with such kind of a format? Because this is new, this is pacey, this is quick.
Yeah, look, I think it's a really good concept, and it's something, you know, new, you know, 90 ball cricket, and I think it's gone down really well, you know, amongst all the legends here, and it's something that I think excites everyone because the strategy is slightly different. You know, you have the 5 overs and you have the 1 over power play, and I think any team in the 90 balls get a score of maybe 160, 170. That's very difficult to chase on here.
All right, tell me about your time in Sri Lanka. Are you enjoying Kandy?
Candy's, yeah, absolutely brilliant, absolutely loving it here. The weather's, brilliant. Back home in the UK, it's, I think, 5 degrees and it's, really miserable. So I'm glad to be, out of London here, enjoying the weather, enjoy the hospitality, and also, the people here, they're so friendly, they're loving their cricket as well. So it's a great venue, to have this tournament in Kandy.
All right, thank you so much, Monty. I hope you have a great time over here. I'll go back to the comms now.
Terrific shot down the ground for 4. And that is the end of the over, 112 for 7.
That's they are taking the photo. Photo? Yeah, photo. Yeah. Photo. Looking young, eh? Eggs are young ones.
Gunratne bowling the 4th and the final over assigned to him. He's the bowler that has been allowed to bowl 4 overs. 3 for 20 of 20 balls. Well, at this stage, now their requirement is a ridiculous 41 runs. I mean, that's impossible. You can never write off. You can never arrive at a conclusion. But this is just a little bit too obvious. Gunratne has bowled 21 deliveries, 9 dots. Oh, this is interesting.
Get around,
Will this be taken? It won't be. But he'll get a single. Now he can do that. I've seen him bat. He's good with the sweep. He'll look to play the slog. But those are generally his go-to shots.
Well, he's certainly come down and shown some good intent during his brief stay. But he said this game is going to be a really cracker to watch. Both sides are unbeaten going into this game. And I must say, Gunratne is a standout performer here with the ball every game.
See, again, what is so good about him is you let him bowl, he'll just keep running rounds around you. He just keeps throwing up his variety. But you look to attack him from ball 1, then things start to change a bit. I think what the Punjab Royal did was they tried doing that. But the point is, Gunratne was too crafty.
As he's done it again. What a brilliant spell today from him. 3 for 22, score 115 for 7.
Right down, coming around.
115 for 7. We're down to the last over. And they need 61 runs of 6 balls. Jerome Taylor would bowl to Upul Indrasiri. 3 of 5. Searles have made 22 of 14. The last 30 balls have been just 40 runs of 2 wickets. Gets the healthy edge, really healthy edge. It ran away, rushed to the boundary. That's a good start for Indrasiri.
Tell you what, he swung hard at this. The extra pace of the ball just took it behind him. Jerome Taylor certainly has some pace and looks almost as if it came off the toe end The way it went down to third man, leaning back, trying to flay it over extra cover. That extra bit of pace rushed onto him.
Don't look for too much of feet movement here from Indrasiri. His bat will be moving. That's what he does well. Oh, good fielding. Very good fielding. I think it's Dan Christian. He's at extra cover. It was hit really hard. That bat came down well and met that ball with the full face of the bat.
Wonderful shot that, really. And that man there, the skip for today, got the old long barrier out, old school. Don't mind seeing that. And I must say though that the strikers have been excellent in the field. They've thrown themselves around a lot more than I expected. They're really acting each run as gold here today. And at the end of the tournament, you think run rates and those things can come into play, and every run counting for them at the moment. But a big win here in the making tonight.
It's a dominating win. They virtually dominated this game, dominated the Punjab Royal, not just with the batting. You spoke about their fielding, and what about their bowling? I mean, it's been a good effort. I mean, some outstanding efforts. If you look at Tillakaratne, you spoke about 3 for 22. Ben 2 for 21 off 3. Jerome Taylor now into his 15th delivery, conceded just 21 runs. So it's been a good effort. It's a good side, the New York Strikers. Don't forget they got 5 men sitting out.
I was just going to say that. Yuvraj Singh sitting on the side. Peterson was out the side. Pradeep. Siru Udana. He's taking it easy tonight. He checked bowling with his wrist position there. Yuvraj throwing the ball around as well. Shaminda Vas to the back right, the legendary left arm fast bowler. He took a hat-trick in Peter Maritzburg World Cup, first 3 balls of the game.
Done him. Well, you couldn't have expected much more. Searles was looking to go over mid-on, and that's all. Those were the options available to him. There was no point in looking to block or survive. Jerome Taylor was going full and hit that middle stump. His head up in the air, he was swinging to mid-wicket. He was never going to connect it. It was only one man that was connecting it, and that was Taylor.
Searles gone for 22. The Royals now 120 for 8.
So Rahat Ali comes out to face the last delivery of the innings of the 90th ball, with Punjab Royal nowhere close to that 175 for 5. They're well short of their target, in fact. This is another big win for the New York Strikers. They seem to be making a habit of it. Their first 2 outings, they've won quite convincingly, and they're on the road to win this 3rd game. Rahat Ali manages to sky it over the bowler's head. He'll be happy with a single, and New York Strikers have just recorded the biggest win of the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024 Season 2 by winning or beating the Punjab Royal by 54 runs.
Dominant performance. He'll be very pleased this evening with his charges. Dan Christian, he had 1 over to bowl this evening himself, but he led the troops well, and they made many changes, as you mentioned. 5 changes from their previous couple of wins, and they're still on that winning trend. They really are sitting pretty at the top of the log now. Both these sides unbeaten before they started. But now Punjab, they're going to have to really go back to the drawing board. This team really did struggle today at the top order. New York Strikers confidently winning again, and a comfortable win over Punjab Royal by 54 runs.
a dominant performance by the New York Strikers, and they're just showing us how good they are. They got a good mix of players, good blend, and a very good bench to call on. As for Punjab Royals, they struggled with both openers run out early, with Oja in the very first over, and then Dilshan making 31, and nobody else really in the middle order able to stand up and take on the bowling of New York Strikers. So eventually a dismal 121 for 8 of 90 balls.
So this is where they had all the problems here. No partnerships to speak of. 32 of 19 between Dilshan and Smith. Decent rate they were scoring at, but there was just nothing else to follow. Nothing more than 19 thereafter. So pretty dismal performance with bat in hand. Having a look at some of the bowlers, they all performed amicably. Damaka coming in a little bit in the expensive side, but Taylor, his first game with a wicket. Ben, excellent as well with his first appearance in the tournament. And then Gunaratne, the ever reliable, 3 for 22 with 11 dots. A wonderful evening with ball in hand from him.
Well, they started off well. This was Oja. He looked very good. Started looking to go after the Dhammika. Got boundaries. Wasn't afraid to go over the top. And then, this was in the second over, he was run out by a huge margin. I thought that was a massive blow as far as the Punjab Royals were concerned. Well, also, Smith wasn't his usual self, but Dilshan was looking to try and break free. The pull shot was on. He latched on to anything short. He was dragging balls from outside the off stump and played some really good shots. But then what about Smith? Was never really in today, caught in the deep.
That was a huge wicket. Penn, the man to pick him up. We saw a couple of shots all around the wicket. Dilshan once again heaving it on the onside. And here we go, another problem. A run out. 2 run outs really in this innings. The worst possible timing. Cameron White trying to heave one, but it only heaved it into backward point's hands. Dionaran taking the catch. Gunaratne was in the midst of a good spell here. He spoke about his 3 wickets, and that was one of them. Devsech trying to sweep it. Got the old Broom out, but did not work. And this was Broom himself, holding out. Really good fielding display tonight from the Strikers. They were excellent in all departments. Bat and ball. And one just a slower delivery. Really teased him with that one. Gunaratne with his off spinner. He's 3 for 22. Once again, the standout performance. And a bit of fight from the tail was all in vain, really. Searles trying to heave one away. And the Strikers victorious once again. High fives all round. Victorious team. Well played this evening.
Quick look at the match summary. It was a convincing win with New York Strikers making 175 for 5, Bolton making 73, and Punjab Royal just 121 for 8, with Strikers winning quite comprehensively by 54 runs.
Welcome back to Palakele. It's time for the post-match presentation. Let's head down.
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation of the Magic Win Sports Legends Cricket Trophy Season number 2. Before we get the presentation underway, we'd like to thank our partners, ARC Developers, Star Sports, Bally's Entertainment and Yeti. Right, moving on. Our first award, our Magic Win Sports Player of the Match award of $500 and an N7 Real Estate Goodie Box, which will be presented jointly by Mr. Ambuj Deveri, Promoter and Legal Counsel for LCT, and our lovely Bollywood actress at the end, Sonal Chauhan. Welcome. And that award goes to Chadwick Walton for his 73 of 33 deliveries. Chadwick Walton, 73 of 33 for the New York Strikers. Next up, our Electric Wicket Award, also $500 will be presented by Mr. Ajay Thakur, team owner of the Royals, and that goes to Gunaratne for his 3 for 22. He is tearing it up at the Legends Cricket Trophy this season. Our last award for this evening is the Maximum Sixes Award, also for $500. This will be presented by Mr. Saga Khana,